Hey guys, it's siu-yee. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so at the very end of 2020, I decided to make a 2021 financial goals video where I went over some of my financial goals for 2020 and whether or not I met them. And then I stated what my goals were for the year 2021. Now, I'm just gonna go over my progress or lack thereof for each goal that I set for myself. Because it is the end of the first quarter of 2021, and I just want to put this out there so that I can keep track of these goals and be held accountable when I'm not meeting, you know, my set expectations. But really, I just want to share my experience with these goals and see if you guys maybe had any feedback. The first goal I set for myself was to pay off 50% of my private student loans. And when I specified this goal, I said it would be 50% of the starting balance that I had in January. So in January, my starting private student loan debt balance was $85,050. And half of that would be around $42,500. If any of you have seen any of my recent budget videos, you'll see that I am currently planning to pay off all of my student loan debt by, when is it? Oh yeah, by September 2022. However, my specific goal was to pay off $42,500 of my debt by December 31st, 2021. And it definitely looks like I'll be on track for that because in my loan payoff spreadsheet, it says that my ending balance for December 2021 will be $34,338.71. Now, this number can obviously change because I don't know if I'm actually going to stick to my budget or if I'm going to change my predicted budgets for the rest of the year. That's honestly just an estimate, so I'm sure that number will probably have some fluctuations, but I really don't think it's gonna have an $8,000 fluctuation, and I really hope not. So I would say I'm definitely on track to pay off at least $42,500. In fact, I've already sent $12,782.74 towards my debt. Now, if you remove the interest that was actually accrued on those loans, then I will have actually sent $12,099.66 towards my balance. That essentially means that I have about $30,400 to go to actually meet my goal. Hopefully I can make it. My next goal was to sell one item on Facebook Marketplace every week. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that did not happen. And if you saw my last budget video, you'll see that I literally just sold one thing in March, and I'm not mad about it. It's just that's how it worked out. Honestly, if you look at the list of items that I sold this year, most of it took place in January, and I actually sold a lot of items in January. And then in February, I sold a few things. I sold one thing in March, but definitely not one item every week. It actually died down because I decided to do the 30-day minimalism game. And in that process, I decided to get rid of a lot of items, especially items that I had tried selling that I either wasn't able to sell or I was just tired of having them lying around and kind of cluttering my space. So I decided to either donate them or just get rid of them, and that's why I don't have that much inventory, I guess, to sell. And then the luster of furniture flipping kind of died down on me. I'm not really as obsessed with furniture flipping as I was before. I still think it's so cool that people, you know, can source items and then resell them. I honestly still think it's pretty neat, but I just don't know if I have enough time to dedicate to that, especially because I've gotten a lot busier with schoolwork, and selling stuff on Facebook simply wasn't at the top of my priority list. In addition to the fact that sometimes people would be interested in an item and then not reply when I message them back, and I honestly don't think I have the skills of a saleswoman, so maybe one day I'll get better at it, but I hate pursuing people, and it's just annoying to me. But other than that, it's just because I haven't been posting that much on Marketplace to actually sell because I haven't had the time to just actually take nice pictures and write a whole thing. It's pretty easy to make a listing, but you just have to take the time to actually do it. But to be honest, I feel like the time that I spend selling things on Marketplace is just not worth it. The other thing I want to point out with this is that I actually made $253 this quarter just selling items, and you know, I'm pretty happy with that, especially because I sold most of it in January or in just 1 month. So I'd say that's a pretty good amount of earnings. And I just want to point out that because I have sold everything at a loss, I haven't had any capital gains from any transaction, so they are not classified as income and therefore they are not taxable. My next goal was to write 2 articles per month on Upwork. I actually wrote 4 articles in January, 3 articles in February, and 2 articles in March. I was really going for it in January. I have never written 4 articles in 1 month. I would say that I am an above average writer. I would not say that I particularly enjoy writing. If it's a topic that I'm really interested in, I could definitely get into it. But sometimes it just gets really hard to get over that initial push that you need to just start writing. And I feel that way about some of these articles. But once I do get into that writing zone, I can knock out articles pretty quickly. And because I was able to write, you know, over 2 articles in some of these months, I was actually able to make $785.70. Now that's actually over half the amount that I made all of last year on Upwork. And if I can keep this going, I think that I will make, you know, a relatively good amount of money on Upwork that will actually help me, you know, pay off these loans quicker. So I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully I'll be able to write a few more articles in the coming months, but it honestly depends on how much schoolwork I have. Which brings me to my next goal, which is getting A's in all my classes. Now, since I made that goal, I've only taken 1 class because I'm taking 1 class every quarter. And in that class, I did in fact get an A. Although I was worried there that I might get a B, and in the class I'm taking now, I'm actually kind of starting to worry as well. Honestly, all of these classes are based in math, and 99% of the material is letters. It's been fun, but I definitely am on track to meet that goal. Hopefully I'll get a few more A's this year and I'll be able to say that I was successful at it. I do want to clarify one thing because I said that if I got an A then I would be able to get my tuition fully reimbursed by my company, and that is true, but if I do get a lower grade, it's not that I won't get reimbursed. I'll just be reimbursed a smaller percentage based on the grade that I get. So it's not the biggest deal if I get a B, at least to the normal person, but to me, who pinches every single penny so I can throw it at student loan debt, $130 would make a difference. Next up is getting monetized on YouTube. Now, I've spoken about this goal a few times on my channel, especially because I want to be more transparent about it. In fact, I made a video about having YouTube as a business, and I even made some of my tax videos about how I am now a sole proprietor of YouTube as my business, as well as my freelance writing. Now, my channel was growing at a pretty steady rate when I made my financial goals video and all through January. However, when February came along, things changed. I posted my budget video, it did really well the day that I posted it, and then the next day the views just dropped. Now, I'm not entirely sure what actually caused it. I've been trying to think through it a lot since then. You know, I've been trying to actually experiment with upload times, with the content that I post, and see what may actually be affecting it. But I don't think I've gotten to the true source yet, but for some reason YouTube just stopped recommending my videos that month, and as a result I was getting less impressions and less views, which led to less watch time and less subscribers that were going to my channel. So in the process, my average views per day, per week, pretty much halved. So I'm not sure if I said something that the algorithm didn't like, or I'm making content that people just don't want to watch. You know, that's very valid. But either way, my views went down, and so I definitely was not hitting my monthly goals. Therefore, my ideal monetization date, which would be June 11th of this year, is no longer a viable thing. I very much doubt I will get monetized by then. It's likely that I may not even get monetized this year. I say that because the requirements to actually be monetized on YouTube are to have 1,000 subscribers as well as 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. So past June 11th, I'm gonna have to start accounting for those lost watch hours. And since February, my views have picked up, but not nearly to the level that they were at in January. You know, if I only cared about the numbers, I would just stop, but I honestly like making videos and interacting with you guys, so I'm gonna keep going. But I just want to let you know where I'm at in this monetization journey and kind of what I've been experiencing, in terms of actually meeting my goals. Even in my April budget video that I just posted, I was so bummed afterwards because, you know, it wasn't getting the views or watch time that a budget video normally would. In fact, it got less than half the views that I normally would get from a budget video, which usually do well on my channel. But then again, it could have been because I posted it on Easter in the morning when no one's awake, because I'm awake and I think that everyone else is awake. However, I currently have 388 subscribers and 1,371 public watch hours, which I honestly think is still amazing. I am really happy with where I'm at, and I'm just gonna try not to let the numbers get to me because I actually enjoy this, and I honestly hope that you guys do too. Alright, that's my Q1 progress. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more related content.